General Hospital spoilers. Are Sonny and Jason's mob days over for good? There's a major shift happening in Port Charles, and General Hospital fans are beginning to wonder, are Sonny Corinthos and Jason Morgan finally stepping away from their lives of organized crime? With recent developments shaking up the city's underworld and changes to how business is being done, it's fair to ask whether the mob era led by these two iconic characters is truly winding down. Life beyond the piers? For decades, Sonny and Jason's empire has operated around control of the piers, a critical hub for smuggling and discreet shipments. However, with increased law enforcement scrutiny and the tightening of operations around Port Charles's waterfront, the question arises, can they maintain their criminal empire without that access? Surprisingly, some believe they absolutely can. Fans online have pointed out that crime operations exist far from any port access. One post bluntly stated, drugs are smuggled all over the country by various means. Many cities do not have ports, and there is still crime and drugs. That logic does raise a compelling point. Sonny and Jason may no longer need the piers to keep their empire running, at least not in the traditional sense. A shift in strategy? With their deep ties and community, Sonny and Jason have built a legacy that extends far beyond organized crime. Their influence reaches into law enforcement, politics, and the local economy. They could easily scale back to a more subtle protection racket, or move into legitimate fronts that allow them to operate from the shadows. In fact, many fans believe the duo could transition to silent backers or kingpins who never get their hands dirty, letting underlings take the risks while they reap the rewards. It's also worth noting that with all the enemies they've made over the years, the smarter play might be to retreat from the spotlight and fortify their positions. And let's not forget, money talks. A powerful private investigator on their payroll can help manipulate or destroy evidence before it ever hits a courtroom. Is Port Charles ready to move on? Still, there's growing tension in Port Charles. Viewers are increasingly frustrated by the blurred lines between law and crime in the city. One fan wrote, maybe the port needs better law enforcement, a mayor who doesn't have weekly chats with a mob boss, detectives who can solve crimes, a police commissioner who doesn't rely on mob muscle, and an ADA who wants to prosecute Sonny instead of wanting to hop in the sack with him. Harsh, but not entirely inaccurate. If General Hospital is truly exploring the end of the mob era, it would be a bold new direction. The show could shift focus to political power plays, legal drama, or corporate warfare, giving longtime characters a chance to evolve. For Jason, who's always been more loyal than ambitious, a life outside of organized crime might even bring him peace. As for Sonny, change has never come easy, but perhaps for once, it's necessary. What comes next? So, are Sonny and Jason done with the mob life? Not exactly, at least not yet. But the signs are there that things are changing. The show seems to be setting the stage for a major evolution in their roles, possibly even phasing them out of crime altogether, or forcing them to adapt to a new kind of power struggle. One thing for sure, fans will be watching closely. Whether it's behind a desk in a courtroom or from the shadows, Sonny and Jason aren't going away quietly. But their time ruling Port Charles with an iron fist may finally be coming to an end.